Hello, my name is Tech Sergeant Norwood. I work at the Postal School at Fort Jackson, South Carolina as an instructor. Today I'm going to talk to you about counting cash and stamps during an audit. I'm here with Staff Sergeant Rhodes, an instructor from the Postal School at Fort Jackson, South Carolina. And today we're going to demonstrate conducting a clerk audit counting cash and stamps. Before we begin, I'd like to remind you, references for conducting a cash and stamp stock audit is in DoD 4525.6-M Chapter 6, as well as your F1 handbook. To begin, we're going to start by counting cash. That's the first step you do when conducting an audit. Now, what I want to bring to your attention is, as you're counting cash, don't count it as if it's a denomination. Simply count the quantity. For instance, we have $20 bills here. And as opposed to counting 20, 40, we're just going to count the quantity. 1, 2. After I count that, before I annotate anything, I'm going to hand it over to the postal clerk for them to verify everything.
1, 2.
Once the clerk has annotated exactly what we agreed upon, I'll annotate the number in the quantity section on your PS Form 3294. Then move on to the next denomination. Our $10 bills. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I annotate 4 in the quantity. Our $5 bills. We'll make sure that there's no more cash that needs to be counted. And at that point, we'll go to our calculator to use the math to multiply quantity times the denomination to get the amount. Therefore, I go to $20 bills. 20 times we counted 2, and that gives me 40. Notice I'm doing this all in front of the clerk. And the clerk can also go back and double check my math.
I concur.
I'll write down 40 in the amount. Our next denomination was $10 bills. 10 times 4 equals 40. I'll annotate 40 as soon as she concurs.
I concur.
$5 bills. We counted 6. 5 times 6 equals 30.
I concur.
Our next denomination was 12, $1 bills. Therefore, 12 times 1, $12.
I concur.
Our next denomination will be the quarters, nickels, dimes, and pennies. We're going to do our change just like we did our dollar bills. So, we counted 9 quarters. 0.25 times 9. I've got $2.25.
I concur.
Next was our dimes. We counted 12. 0.10 times 12. $1.20.
I concur.
Next was our nickels. We counted 5 of them. 0.05 times 5. We've got 25 cents.
I concur.
Lastly will be our pennies. 0.01. We counted 10 of them. Times 10 equals 10 cents.
I concur.
Notice we did the math on even just the pennies where we counted 10 of them. It's a good practice so that you don't get into the habit of actually going through and doing the multiplication in your head. Therefore, you know the figure's right. Keep in mind, this clerk signed for this amount of cash. Therefore, this clerk is held responsible for this amount of cash. After we've done that, we'll go through and we will add up all of our amounts to get our total cash. 40 plus 40 plus 30 plus 12 plus $2.25 plus $1.20 plus 25 cents plus 10 cents equals $125.80.
$125.80.
Therefore, I'll annotate in my total cash $125.80. Now Staff Sergeant Rhodes and I will demonstrate auditing the stamp portion of a stamp stock account. Now, I only have simulated stamps. I don't have the real thing. But in any case, it's going to be audited similarly, meaning you must take the stamps out of whatever you have them in, whether it be a page protector, whether it be some type of binder, an accordion file, anything to that effect. I pulled out the 1-cent stamps. I'm going to look inside of here and make sure that there aren't any loose 1-cent stamps in the bottom of this page protector. I don't see any, therefore I'm going to begin counting. I start counting on the left-hand side and count down if I have a whole block of stamps. Therefore, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. After I counted from the left-hand side, I count left to right on the bottom row, meaning 1, 2, 3, 4. This tells me I can do the math. I counted 10 times 4 gives me 40 1-cent stamps. Now, I will pass this over to the clerk, and she will verify.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. I concur.
Therefore, I'll add in 40 to my quantity of 1-cent stamp on the PS Form 3294. After we both concur, I'll replace the stamps where I got them from and turn to the next denomination of stamps. The next denomination is 5-cent stamps. Notice on the PS Form 3294, your next denomination is 2-cent stamps. We don't have any. Therefore, I'm going to add in 0 for our denomination. Same thing with 3-cent stamps. Then 4-cent stamps onto the 5-cent stamps. Once again, I'm going to count from the left-hand side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then count over. 1, 2. Come to my calculator. 10 times 2 equals 20. Our next denomination that we have to count is 10-cent stamps. This just happens to be our next denomination on our PS Form 3294. And if you notice, as I pull it out, I check to make sure that there's nothing loose. I also notice that there's more 10-cent stamps. Therefore, I'm going to want to make sure that I pull out all of our 10-cent stamps. As I'm doing this, I'm looking for any loose 10-cent stamps. Now I'll begin counting. It looks as though we have 3 pages of them. Once again, from the left-hand side, going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go to my calculator. 10 times 10 equals 100. At this point, if you're looking at a PS Form 3294, you'll notice that the area that we have to write down the amount of stamps, your quantity of stamps, is large. This is for multiple pages of stamps. In this case, I'll then pass this first page over to my clerk and she will verify that there are 100 stamps there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 100.
After we verified that, I'm going to annotate 100. And I'll continue counting the 10-cent stamps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 times 10, 100. Good to go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 100.
Once again, I'll annotate 100 in the same block just below where I put the last 100. Our last block sheet of 10-cent stamps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 times 10 equals 100.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 100.
I annotate our last sheet of 110-cent stamps into the block. Therefore, I'll add all three of those up. 100 plus 100 plus 100 equals 300. Have my clerk verify.
300, I concur.
300. Therefore, I'll annotate 300 in our 10-cent stamp quantity. We'll replace the stamps exactly where we got them from. The clerk does need to be able to operate in their finance account. 78. Come to our dollars. Remove those. Look for anything loose. I notice that I have multiple pages. So I'll remove that one as well. And my next stamp. And my next page. And lastly, the last page. Now, on this one I notice that we don't have a full block. Therefore, I'm going to count the full blocks first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 10 equals 40.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. 40.
We just counted off 4 full sheets of $41 stamps. I annotated them on the PS Form 3294. Now, I have a broken sheet of $1 stamps. Therefore, I'll begin counting from the left-hand side going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. I also have another row. So 10 times 2 equals 20, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That tells me I have 25 stamps in this sheet.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 25.
So I annotate 25 in our quantity column. After we've counted up all these $1 stamps, now I'll go through and add up all of our quantity to get our total quantity of $1 stamps. 40 plus 40 plus 40 plus 40 plus 25. I've got 185.
40 plus 40 plus 40 plus 40 plus 25. 185.
185. Don't forget to replace your stamps exactly where you got them from. After you've counted all of your stamps that have been presented to you, ensure that there are no loose stamps which you haven't counted. Make sure that the clerk has gone through and looked at every stamp there. If you do come across any stamps, annotate them on the PS Form 3294. Once you've counted all stamps, now we have to go back and figure out our dollar value for the amount of stamps that we've counted. After we've done that, we simply add up our dollar value for each value of stamps that we counted, each denomination. 40 cents plus $1 plus $30 plus $50 plus $185 equals $266.40. Once you have added all of your dollar values for each denomination of stamps, you're going to annotate that on the front page of your PS Form 3294 in Block 18, Stamp Stock as Counted. We just went over how to count cash and stamps during a postal finance audit. If you have any questions, please consult your DoD 4525.6-M or your F1 handbook. Also, your MACOM postal representatives are an excellent source of information. As a reminder, audits are to be unscheduled and unannounced. If you have any questions about this or any other postal-related issues, please feel free to contact the DoD Postal School here at Fort Jackson.